Hey everybody, as many of you know, and undoubtedly why you're looking at this live stream or video, depending on when you've engaged with this, Kyler Murray, the Oklahoma Sooners quarterback or former Oklahoma Sooners quarterback, has decided to select the National Football League over Major League Baseball. If he had selected Major League Baseball, the two-sport star would have went to the Oakland Athletics, who were smart enough to draft him to begin with. But Murray has decided that the NFL presented greener pastures, if you will, and I do mean that as a double entendre. And so Murray has decided that he's going to be an NFL player. So when it was first announced that Murray was considering going into the NFL on January 15th, a number of people speculated that, hey, he's going to be a Raider pick. But that's not necessarily the case. So let me explain why. And I already had a Raider fan chime in and say he should have stayed in Major League Baseball. Kyler Murray is not the best quarterback coming into the 2019 NFL Draft. He certainly is the quarterback that has the most star power, but he's not the best. So let's first of all talk about the positives. There's his one-loss record with Oklahoma. There's his Heisman Trophy victory. There is his ability to run, his ability to throw on the run and make plays, his ability to read defenses, his ability to step in and play pretty much immediately if the offense is designed as an air raid offense, similar to what Lincoln Riley installed, the head coach at Oklahoma, right? But beyond that, first of all, for my money, Tyree Jackson of Buffalo is the best quarterback available in the 2019 NFL Draft. Jackson burned up the Senior Bowl, threw for the most yards, threw for 2 touchdowns, and sure, you're going to bring up an interception, but my counter is this. Tyler Jackson stepped in and he made a boring game exciting in an offense that he had just learned that week. In fact, speaking of that week, he was the talk of the week. It wasn't until the game and the fact he was being held back until the fourth quarter that the talk subsided because folks hadn't seen him. Then they installed Mr. Jackson, Tyree Jackson. And then you had Daniel Jeremiah on the NFL Network saying, well, he has a bit too long of a windup in his throws and it affects his short passing. And just after Jeremiah says that, what does Jackson do but zip a slant pass for a touchdown, 6-yard touchdown, a short pass. So I always say this, there's only so much I need to see to know if a player's NFL ready. Jackson's NFL ready. Kyle Murray, I believe in the NFL, if he's not in the right system, would have a harder time. And I don't mean fail. It's not a pass-fail thing. It's more of a grade. We've seen how a great defense, a great athletic defense like Alabama's, can just absolutely make a quarterback like Murray look bad. We've seen it on a number of occasions. We've seen him throw passes that were tipped. We've seen him in situations where it looked like he just absolutely had no chance of responding. And then, of course, fighting out of them. The other problem that I think Kyle is going to face as he goes into the pros is this, in terms of evaluation. He's 5'11", and now your response is going to be Drew Brees, and I hear you. But I'm simply explaining that why would I take someone who, while he has certainly the Heisman Trophy and a number of accolades and one loss record, why would I take him over someone that has like Dwight Haskins with Ohio State, better physical tools, arguably a comparable one-loss record. Maybe he didn't win the Heisman, but okay, fine. And an equal ability, if not arguably better, to read defenses. So, let's consider. We've got Kyle Murray, Tyree Jackson, and Dwight Haskins. Okay? Oh, and by the way, he was a Heisman runner-up, Haskins. So, is there anybody else? Well, there's a fellow out of Bowie State, not Boise, Bowie, black college, a historically black college, Bowie State. His name is Amir Hall. He's 6'4", 220, 219 pounds. A frame not unlike the legendary Doug Williams, who was the leading passer, the leading collegiate player in all of black college football in 2017. And not only that, he wasn't too shabby in 2018. I argue Amir Hall should be a first-round pick. Okay, second day if you like. But if I'm stocking up on players, and I'm pretty set on quarterback, if I'm happy with Derek Carr, why would I then turn around and say, okay, I'm not going to stock up on players. I'll get a quarterback. I'll just start all over just because Kyle Murray is there. For the name, right? Why do that when I can get Haskins? Why do that when I can get Jackson? Especially if Jackson is better than Haskins, which I believe he is. But Haskins just has that certain feel for the game that you just can't ignore. But Jackson is, to me, a taller Patrick Mahomes. He's that electric. Okay? Hey, how you doing? So, I just want to make this quick live stream about this, Raiders fans. I'm going to talk more about this later. But I just wanted to put in everybody's mind that just because Kyle Murray is available doesn't mean he's automatically going to be an Oakland Raiders quarterback. There are other, I think, better quarterback prospects. Stay tuned and please subscribe to Zenny62. And comment. Let me know what you think. See ya.